Hi guys, Tommy here again, bringing you another Pyro point of view on in Highlander on Upward. So just standard payload map, pretty easy. My loadout as usual is the degreaser and the flare gun and the extinguisher. We suicided to give the engineer metal, but he started to set up in a stupid position. And he was also using the Eureka effect, so I don't know, it was not ideal, and he used it throughout the entire game. So I basically decided that I wouldn't be helping out the NG as much because the positioning was awful. I couldn't multitask, I couldn't help protect the sentry as much as I'd like to, and protect the combo, which is generally what I do like to do on defense on Upward at first point and second point, because it's not great to have your combo next to your sentry, because you've put all your eggs in one basket basically, and if that gets run out, and the spy was being obvious dead ringer and their scout was harassing the point, I called out to the NG that the spy was there, and is he up there to protect it? Nope. I don't know what the spy was doing, just chilling. I didn't have a home wrecker, don't run it. I only run it when the spy's a nuisance. Get the Uber here, and I didn't have enough ammo to actually counter, but the sentry and demo clean up so that Uber's useless and we can still hold the forward ground, as they didn't even manage to push with any of their other players to do anything at the same time, which was always good. I would say it's more lucky than what would happen normally. You would have people pushing on the other side at the same time because they didn't pull coordination. It is only a lobby. Their spy was a bit obvious most of the time, so he was kind of just going for one thing and he'd go the same way. Called out the scout, who's probably going to bonk in, and then he does. So spy just walks in front of us. He's like, oh yeah, these people won't notice. We Uber into them, but we don't get the medic pick, and they have a sentry up, so we can actually push. The sticky was being annoying, so I just stood near it. Our heavy went down, I think. So get the scout before he bonks again. And we're up. I say that we should probably hold the forward ground, so we start moving towards it, I think. I can't remember this game very well. Just waiting for the soldier to turn around and shoot me, but he doesn't, so I just get a W and one kill. That's one thing as a pyro, it's the pyro mind game. Just stick out with your flamethrower most times if the soldier's got his back turned to you, and then like within half a second of the time that they turn around to you after they realise that you're burning them, they will shoot your rocket, so you air blast at that time and you get the reflect damage on them. And it will more than likely be a reflect kill. So we've fallen back. We didn't want to hold ridge. It's too risky for what you could gain, and we also didn't have the damage classes up at the same time in the correct positioning. Our sentry once again building a bit far forward for my liking at second, but it's not completely retarded. So called out the spy was up there. I had the knife slash, and there we go. He jumps, predictable. Catch him. And if the enemy spy isn't near you, he's not a problem. He can't do much. He can shoot at you, but you've got a soldier, you've got a scout, you've got a sniper that can counter that distance that he's shooting at you, so he's not really useful. Plus, a lot of spies can't aim with the ambassador, so you've got no worry. They were pushing quite far forward. I called out to my medic to come with me and Uber into them. It wasn't as successful as I hoped, but we did get the medic pick, I think, and then I failed against this soldier. My first reflect was completely off. I don't know why I right-clicked, probably panic. and then I was just off for the entire set, and I missed the flare, which landed in his arm. I don't get it. And yeah. But we pushed them back, we got the medic pick, we've got advantage on defense, and that's always useful. We can always counter. Our heavy goes down to a spy whilst I was dead, but spy doesn't get anything else, so it's okay. So I'm just hiding in this corner. We don't have a sentry up, we don't have a heavy, we can't really do much, so sticking in this corner is the safest option until you get your damage up. Called out the scout behind us. We were always aware of him every time he went behind, which is more than once. Sometimes the spy joined him, there was a little party behind us. I think everyone saw the demo man going behind. Didn't know what was going on. They weren't doing anything to help because they just couldn't get through our spawn. Spy just... it was just so obvious most of the time. He had fairly good positioning, but he got more unlucky and we called him out before. So our engineer's setting up in a normal place, finally. His dispenser isn't in a normal place, but he has to destroy it, rather than being able to pick it up and move it because of the Eureka effect. Called out the scout beneath us. Like I said, he couldn't actually manage much, so I'm just like hanging out in our spawn area. Making sure he can't do anything, because if he comes around the front he's going to get shot by a sentry. So the only useful place is behind. Sentry starts shooting at stuff, and I went to see if I needed to reflect anything. Scout goes down. So yeah, I'm just playing really defensively, which is what I like to do on upward here. If you hold forward, you need to be holding with your damage classes and have more coordination than what we did have, which was mostly just heavy medic, pyro combo. That was basically what we did. I thought I could try and get in behind them to flank and get the kill on the medic, or at least make them pop like our soldier managed, which I told him to go out and do. So just to force the pop for nothing to happen and just create more of a stalemate a second. I'm confused where the pyro medic went, but they died, it would seem. They got stuff in the cart pushing in. I'm just trying to buy more time. Miss a reflect, but I hit one of them. So, as our engineer was a bit shit, I kept taking the... well, he wasn't shit, he was actually quite good, I guess. He had his good sentry positions at times. I got the reflex sticky kill. But yeah, I normally wouldn't take the ammo. I'd get the ammo from the dispenser, call out the spy. Once again, the demo was in front of me, and then another demo jumps down. It's kind of obvious. Where was I? What was I talking about? Yeah, I wouldn't normally take the ammo, because that's what the engineer needs the ammo more until like he's got a level 3 dispenser and level 3 sentry up here, as that's all you need. But because he wasn't all that, I just kept taking the ammo rather than him, because there was no way of other way of getting my ammo regenerated unless I went full deathmatch and tried to kill everyone. Which I didn't do, but I did actually still joint top frag with our heavy in the game, with the highest kills in the game. I just had more assists and stuff, but what else? Top scoring at least. So just put out our soldier. There's not much damage coming out, so it's fine to just peek out a little bit. If their sniper was managing to do some more things, then we would have had him. I get flashed, and I just push away their medic, and then I get pushed away myself, can strafe back on. But either way, we managed to stop their Uber. I think we retreat in a minute, but we managed to stop their Uber, and they couldn't push as fast as they would have been able to. Questions to whether our demo man was actually legit or with a trigger bot. We think he was actually a trigger trigger bot, but well, it wasn't exactly essential. So I'm here. I don't think I've been called out, but I do know that there is a bit of a team stack on the enemy team. So I might have been called out on Mumble if they were using Mumble. So I try and get the heavy, but he's already shooting me by the time I come down. So the next threat that I can stop is the sniper, and I just air blast him off. I know I'm dead. There was no point trying to fight the others. I just needed to get an easy kill on the sniper, so I just right-clicked twice, and he was dead. And it kept us with the forward ground. I quite often take this exit as a pyro because you can, they get called out that they're forward, you can jump down and get them. I'm not sure what their pyro's doing here. Not a lot. But yeah. Thought that was a spy, but I was wrong. I wasn't sure if I had sidestepped him at the exact time that he walked in, but then I see the spy pyro. I'm like, hey, you're me. He's gone away, so he's not a threat right now. He pops up in a couple seconds, but then I see a scout. Finish him off with a flare, and then a sniper just comes in, steals the kill. Like classes though, once you get the flare crit, they're pretty much dead. Stop the spy getting health, and then we finish him off eventually. There we go. If you can control your enemies, if you can see that your enemy is going for a health pack or ammo, and they haven't really turned around to shoot at you with much commitment, it usually means that they're weak or that they need something. So if you go in with them, then you can quite easily kill stuff. You can get the advantage in the fight, especially if you know that you've got a full health advantage and stuff. Quite often I will air blast enemies away from the health. It might create a bit more risk for me at times, but I need to pause this. But it'll create more risk because I am doing something a bit different. I'm going a bit out of my way to stop them doing something that will help them. But then I'm normally in position to get the health pack anyway. So it's more of a wasted amount of health when I could have just deathmatched them out. But it's a guaranteed kill usually. But then after that you saw me take out the heavy and medic combo because I took out the medic with the soldier's help. We air blasted the heavy and separated them, and whilst the medic was trying to run away, I managed to catch an air blast on him to stop him jumping down, and our soldier came around the corner and air shot him at the exact same time, which was pretty nice. We laughed a lot, and the heavy went down because he was just out of position. We then went forward with an Uber, take out the level 3 sentry, and we just walked in and annihilated them and their teleport at the far forward, which bought us a bit more time on this third point, which they didn't cap, I think. So continuing, I'm out of position amazingly, and I must have damaged the heavy and the medic a lot somehow, or somebody else helped me. Didn't really see anything, but I got away and lived from a heavy medic combo, and I had 160 health, so. See the scout behind, out of place again. He really wasn't doing his job. Maybe he was just going for frags, who knows. But yeah, he flanked a lot more than he should have, although he did flank quite often at stalemates. But I think he would have been more useful helping picking off the I overextended there completely. I didn't know what happened. If he stuck with his team whilst they pushed and then he picked off the low health targets when they got called out, it's what I would have done as a scout at least. There's no point trying to get behind and do magical stuff. You are a scout with 125 health. Unless you're absolutely amazing at the class, not a lot's going to happen against a sentry and a heavy. And yeah, then I overextended. I basically went, it's time to do stupid shit. We've nearly won this, so It felt a lot like a roll. Just walk in, kill stuff again. I think I second MVP'd this game, third, I'm not sure. But yeah, we got 40 seconds just to hold the point. They haven't got it up the ramp, which means it's a lot of time, especially if we can push them off the ramps. So we're holding far forward. We've gotten cocky. I tried to do a nice little reflect grenade jump, and I just went up like usual. Spy's behind, but I'm just waiting here, because he's waiting around that corner, waiting to corner stab me, and there's no point. Our medic's like, hey, I want to go taunt at him. And yeah, and then Spy jumps out, he takes full damage, which triggers his dead ringer, which is like so obvious, so funny. Catch him out there, finish him off. Soldier, finish him, run towards the point. But RNG covers it with a shotgun. Who needs sentries, you know? And then this demo hits me, but yeah. Third MVP. Was pretty good. There's a Pyro. Although it is only a lobby. So, here, masking. What you should do when you're in a team, you should get your Spy to always check what medigun they're running on, especially when you're attacking. And on upward, or you will get crits fucked. It is quite often the thing that happens, but this Spy, I'm asking him, I'm like, hey, do you want to disguise as a medic? Do you want to just tell us what medigun they're running? And he doesn't, he slashes my face. But yeah, so we didn't know what medigun they're running, so I'm just like, I'm telling people to hang back a bit, don't go forward. We'll push when we know. But their heavy medic wasn't holding far forward. They were being quite passive with the defense, so I assumed they were Uber, and they were. But yeah, he eventually switched. But he didn't tell us what medigun they were running. So nice, yeah, I've only just noticed that he actually switched to medic for a bit. There's a lot of rage going on in the chat, but who cares. So I've just gone forward, I'm like, where are they? And then I see them, and then I'm like, hey, let's force the pop, and they pop, and I want to get the flash. Realise I haven't got the flash, get the sandwich. Keep waiting for the flash, but apparently I heavy blocked. So I couldn't get any flash to stay alive. And then they get sticky trapped. So they died. But yeah, no biggie. They don't have Uber. We've got a faster respawn time. Pulled out the Spy. It's like, what is he doing? So I'm confused. I'm like, what should I do? So I decide that I'll help kill that demo as he overextended. Don't know why he did that. Just flare the sniper to cut off his shots, hit the medic with a flare crit and finish him off. When I came in there, I looked at the level 3 sentry, and I'm waiting to see if it's noticed me, if I can use the dispenser and the engineer as cover, which I did. I managed to damage the engineer a bit with the bullets, and I got up the stairs before it shot a rocket, so there's no need to reflect it, so I just came in. The medic was completely out of place. I normally would, like, if the medic wasn't there, I would have just hidden behind the dispenser and burnt the engineer and the sentry. Our team was there to back up, so there was no risk of dying. We would have had that quite easily. But then I saw the medic on his own. He's got no one with him. I tried to flame him, but it didn't work. So I kind of ran at him with an extinguisher for a minute. But then I switched quickly, got the flare crit, and he finished him off. So we're just pushing. So extinguish the team. I'm checking for tellies, but then I heard that we took out the telly, so it's all good. Catch the Spy. Oh, I couldn't believe I caught the Spy, but he got away. He got back down the tunnel. But yeah, I just checking, get the reflect, and the soldier. But yeah, it's just like, always check your corners when you're a pyro. got like free ammo basically. And better safe than sorry. We could have probably pushed this if our team was there on the cart with our scout, but he wasn't, so I see their medic, I'm like, yeah, I've got the medic. But they had a sentry at their spawn. Who does that? Who puts a sentry at the spawn? Completely caught me off. Caught my team off. That push, I think, for the amount of ground we could have had, if we didn't get greedy, we would have had this game a lot faster. We got holed up at second for way longer than I would have wanted. For the kind of defense that they put up and the kind of attack that we could have put on, we did not do well. So I see the soldier and like I'm just getting fucked, so I'm like, fuck you, I'm leaving. And make it look like I'm walking away and try and get him. And I'm trying to multitask and then I get completely shit on. I'm like, hey look, a scout and a pyro, I'll get them. And I think like if I was a soldier, I wouldn't watch the tunnel as a soldier. He did well, and I don't know, maybe he just caught everyone unaware because no soldier ever watches the tunnel. You've got gunboats, you got rockets, you can rocket jump and get medic kills. The medic's always going to be on top with a decent team. Why would you watch the tunnel as a soldier? I just like hitting flares. Didn't want to push forward. Our heavy wasn't there. We weren't really there. It's just a waste. So we're just going along, and then the sniper was a huge problem for some reason. Thinking like, hey, are these people our team? And then like, we get sniped again. We can't push. Our heavy doesn't know right now, but then he's just up there eating a sandwich, doesn't give a fuck. So I come here, try and help push the cart. Demo's here, trying to hit him with something. Did a beautiful surf and got a reflect hit for 68 damage. Scout times out, but he connects later on. Actually, no, he connects when we win. So yeah. So we've still got 3 minutes just to cap this point, because they didn't manage to cap third. We just got to cap this point, or cap the next point, you know. Their sniper's still watching. You've got to watch the red dots for where you think they're going to be. Just so you know that your sniper can't push. Finished off their pyro. He overextended once again. I think their team started to get frustrated and do their own thing. I'm miles away from that Jurassic, so I can reflect it. But their spy's obvious, and when you're up here and you got a dispenser, and your medic's there and you're waiting for the Uber, all you gotta do is just sit here and right click. So I'm switching weapons, trying to just push him away. I heard that we've gone in.
Where the fuck is...
And we got nobody on the cart, and then I get flashed, and I didn't want to get flashed, but get the reflect kill. Finally, my reflex were off. My complete pyro mind game with soldier was just bad. And then I'm getting like just shit on it again, and I'm trying to push the cart, and I'm thinking, hey, I've got this. Like, why is that heavy walked away? Why is that demo doing that? Like, why have I've got this cap? And then pyro comes behind and gets me, and he was on 36 health. If I had reacted a bit sooner, because I had a medic, if I had reacted a bit sooner, I could have got him and that cap, and we would have won. But yeah, pretty much win it. I yelled out, it's just jump on the cart, like nothing else to do, and we get the cap and the second MVP. So that was that, I guess. It was an alright game. It was just to show what happens when you overextend and what happens when you don't. Like, we didn't overextend at all on defense, really, until we realised that it was a role. And their enemy team was just always coming far forward and just being really bad as a team. Their deathmatch skills were alright, I guess. Their scout at the beginning, his deathmatch skills were good, but then he switched. But like I said before, he wasn't working with his team, he wasn't sitting on that cart. just trying to stop it from going backwards at all or anything. We quite often just saw the sniper and their NG just pushing the cut, which 2 times, fair enough, get the scout covered, but if you have the scout and the NG, then their sniper could be doing useful stuff, because he wasn't actually a bad shot. But that's it for me, and that's a commentary done quite late at night. But yeah, enjoy. Maybe I taught you something.